Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Murphy Street Podcast. I'm your host of your show, Murphy. Joining me this evening is my lovely wife, Olino. Honey, tell everybody what's up.
Aloha kako.
All right, you guys. So, the rules of Murphy Street are simple, always the same. Shoes and slippers at the door. Come inside and let's talk story. We are here tonight to talk about how the movie premiere went. I'll show you the amenity that you would have gotten. My wife and I came up with this little gift box, if you will, for our guests, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. Star says she had a great time at the movies. Wish she could have joined us. I wish too. Unfortunately, sometimes fate intervenes. I sound like the Watcher from What If, right? I know. But let's start off with talking about the actual event itself, honey. How did that go for you?
Yeah, it wasn't all cupcakes and stars. I had to redo some of the gift boxes.
Why?
Because we got more
More prizes, right? Exactly. So it was well worth it.
It was kind of stressful.
When you got there, did the cupcakes and stars begin?
The cupcakes and stars began when the movie started. I'm just joking. When everybody started coming in to the to our area over the theaters, it was pretty fun. Nice to see everyone.
We should definitely shout out John Rosa over at the Olino Theaters, the general manager. Thank you very much, John, for allowing us to come and do the event. We want to thank Ken Komodo. This was actually an event that we ended up doing just to kind of thank the sponsors. And so, we wanted to make sure that we thank Ken because he's always supported us in everything that we've done. So Ken came out in full force with his folks, and he also was like, hey, let me make sure that I get some of these in here. So Ken donated the Funko side of things. We had the Marvel Legends side of things, and we gave you guys a nice blend of stuff. Let's talk about the amenity. Let's talk about the construction of it, honey, because we just so you guys know.
Well, I envisioned actually a red Chinese takeout box with the ring symbol on it, but I think that it turned out great the way that it is.
Right. I was thinking Chinese takeout box because Shang Chi is the American Chinese version of things. And so I thought nothing is more American Chinese than one of these boxes, right? And so we'll take you guys inside the amenity box so that you know. So we couldn't get the red outside, so we went ahead and put it inside. And so if you can see, we actually put a bunch of different Chinese themed candy in there. The Lihing candy, the red and gold good luck candies, delicious ice rice baby candies, and then of course once again the sesame seed candy, the Kavika Smith and Star Flores faves. Now if you were really lucky, a bunch of random boxes had this guy in there. This was randomly inside some of the boxes. So at that point, I don't know how, so I wasn't there. I just told him my idea, and I know that there had to be a distribution. How did distribution go, honey?
Very quickly.
Honey, let's talk about the show itself because it was fire.
I thought it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I think that was my favorite part when the dad was not dancing, but it is a form of dancing. It was just beautiful.
You're talking about when he met the mom. It's beautiful on so many different levels. If you're just talking about just regular cinematography, it was gorgeous. If you're talking about the choreography, which Bronson also said the martial arts choreography was phenomenal. One scene where Wenwu and her initial look was amazing. She was dressed in the vines of the forest. It was covering her face. She had the dope rice paddy hat, and they did this really crouching tiger hidden dragon scene where they're fighting, but it was more of a martial arts ballet. The choreography was amazing. I mean, it starts off in the bus with him jumping through the railings, and I'm watching that in my head, and it's so fast. It's so funny because the choreography is so quick and so amazing that in my head, as I'm watching it live, I'm having to replay. So it's slowly rewinding in my head as I'm watching it. I mean, he did an amazing job with that choreography. Oh, what else I loved, I think to me that gets overlooked by the beautiful cinematography and of course the live in-your-face action of the movie is I love the culture, not just the Chinese culture, but the culture of family that they talked about. I have to admit, I wasn't expecting so much. Confucianism comes from Chinese, right? So there were so many very subtle, probably my favorite takeaway from the movie was that old lady that you talked about that told Aquafina, you don't hit anything you don't hit anything if you don't aim. I think that's what the subtitle said, right?
In that context.
Yeah. So I mean, I was like, oh my god, it's so simple yet so like so groundbreaking for for sometimes it's just those little phrases that really kind of like resonate with you as a person, and so it was those little things like that. And there were a couple of those little stinger lines in there that I was like, oh my gosh, like. But B, 1 through 10, what was your grade for Shang Chi?
I actually did take a little bit of martial arts as a youth, so I'm gonna try and grade this.
9.5. 1 through 10.
10. I was entertained throughout the whole movie. I absolutely loved that movie.
I might have to go with a 9.5, and I feel like maybe I'll go with a 9.8 because it was really, really close. It was the Chinese equivalent to Black Panther, to me. I mean, just it went past it. It transcended just a Marvel story. It now talked about culture. It gave you more of an inside look. It blended because Chinese culture isn't just Chinese itself, right? It is the beauty of the martial arts and the history of it. And I feel like they encompassed everything about it that we've come to know and love as Americans, so maybe it's really westernized. By the way, I'm being trained right now by a guy in Hong Kong virtually. Again, another reason why I wasn't able to be there. And I don't know if everybody knows this, but Hong Kong has actually banned the movie Shang Chi.
Really?
Yeah. And so I do know this. With Mulan, yeah, exactly. So 9.5, 9.5, and a 10, or 9.5, 9.8, and a 10. I feel like whatever it is, you guys should definitely go and watch the movie. What's on my table tonight is going to consist of some things that I've been waiting to share. So first of all, what's on my table is mainly this Deadpool. Artist Deadpool. No, it's not. Although I do like the birthday one. He comes with an easel. He's got a little paint palette, a paintbrush. He's even got a beret and that little
What exclusive?
GameStop. So you guys, I have these G.I. Joe things that it's now kind of like my bane. If this is a collector's show, right? We're here as collectors. And so at the root of collecting was something like that is encapsulated here. Like the first thing that got me collecting was a pack of 1989 hoops. It was, it was just like the blind chance of pulling that error card, and it was the very first thing I pulled, and from there I was hooked. And so like I love blind boxes. This is on the box, and I'm like, okay, well cool. I wouldn't mind going and getting one of these Snake Eyes. Oh, and then look at that. They also have a random character on there. So honey, we're gonna get you hooked right now. Can you open that?
Absolutely. What do you think it is?
I didn't say. I can tell you. I hope it's Snake Eyes. Is that
for this?
Oh, Storm Shadow. But see, Storm Shadow is my next ninja. This is my ninja right here. Good job, babe. We're gonna let you open this next one because I feel like this is it. This is the one right here.
It absolutely is.
Okay, you guys. So I know that I can see the green base on underneath my wife's hand. So I know it's a G.I. Joe. I'm gonna say it's Duke, but I hope it's not. I definitely hope it's not Roadblock. No offense. All right. So enough with the suspense. Mother, father. All right. So we've got Roadblock again. So I'm also going to tell you guys, to remind you guys, even though I did feature a GameStop exclusive Funko Pops. If you guys are looking for Funko Pops, make sure you guys go to From the Heart Hawaii because they have everything there, and they also sponsored all the Funko Pops that came in. All right, then that music will play us out. Thank you very much for joining us, B. Make sure that you guys follow us on Spreaker or Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. I believe we're also still on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and other podcast hosting platforms. Make sure that you guys check out our YouTube at Murphy Street Productions. There we have a lot of our videos. I'll also be posting these things raw. Make sure that you guys watch the Murphy Street Collector every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. on K-High. But yeah, so we do have 2 more fresh shows coming up, so make sure that you guys stay tuned for that. Murphy Street 808, MURPHY STREET 808. B, you want to tell them where they can find you at?
You can find me out here where I'm broadcasting from Storm Toy Box.
Oh, I was going to say,
_Toy Box.
keep an eye out, because I'm thinking probably on Wednesdays. I might do like a lunchtime Wednesday show. But other than that, you guys, thank you so very much for joining us, and we will see you again next Sunday. And until we see you guys next time, as always, don't forget your slippers. Aloha.
Aloha.